Greetings, Dan Daniels here. I just got access to bard.google.com, and this is a very first instance. I've not done anything with it before, not used it at all. So let's take a look and see what is in store. Got it. All right. So one of the things that I'm particularly interested in is whether or not Google Bard is aware of Google Apps Script. So write a Google Apps script for Google Docs that creates a mail merge that uses Google Sheets as source for email, name, and subject line. So let's see how well it handles, see if Bard actually understands Google Apps Script. Okay, so all right, so function mail merge. Here is a go that makes the source and time subject line. Okay, to use the script, you'll need to create a Google Sheet name and email by clicking on Mail Merge button in the Google Docs menu. So is there a mail merge? There it is. Okay, so let's give, here's an example of what it might look like. No instructions. Well, let's see if it works, because that's the whole point of my particular exercise, is to make sure that Google Bard actually can deliver the goods. So let's go to sheet.new. And we go to tools, extensions. One day, extensions. Control A, Control V, Control S, and we're going to call this, we'll call this Bard Mail Merge. Rename it, and of course I need to run it. It's going to ask for permissions, review permissions. Okay, so we do have an error, but that's not the end of the world. We will call this mail merge, and let's take a look at what the values it wants in the mail merge itself. Name, email. Okay, so name, email. It might be case sensitive. Let's do a quick check here. No, I don't see anything that's specific to name or email. Let's just make sure it has to be. All right, so I'll go ahead and make it case sensitive. I don't like that, but that's okay. So we're going to put a name, and we'll put my email in there. and we do the same. Alice at Dennis at onlinkservices.com. Okay, now we don't have, let's refresh this, Control S, and now refresh. Technically, we should have a new button up here, but we don't, because Bard said that we should have a mail merge button in the Google Docs menu. And we do not. So let me force refresh, Control refresh. No mail merge button, and go to AppScript and just do a sanity check, make sure it's still there. Okay, so var create mail merge. I don't see creating a new document. I don't see anything about creating a new button here for the tool itself. And if we go into tools, no extensions, no. So it looks like this has failed. All right. Correct the code. Getting error. Takes ID as parameter, but the code is passing in a string. Get file by ID. Okay, so yeah, it's changed the var data, var file ID. All right, so let's copy let's copy this, Control C, and now we drop it into here, Control V, save, run. We're still getting the same error, but again, I know from history that that doesn't mean that the script won't work. And still no button here. So Bard, Google Bard, does not write good scripts for Google Apps. So code doesn't work. All right, that's first shot at Google Bard. I can say that I'm not super impressed. Now, let's be fair. We're going to take this code, this prompt here, and we're going to take it over to GPT-5, and I'm going to pass the same prompt over to this. Now you can see that I wasn't specific enough. When I said write a Google app script. So to be fair, write a Google app script for Google Sheets that use the current active sheet create a mail merge for Gmail. Use name and email values. All right, now that is significantly different than the original command I put here. So let's try here. We'll give Bard the first shot because you want to see Bard. You don't want to see GPT. You've already seen GPT. Everybody has. Okay, not much different, but let's see if it works. We're trying to be fair to the developers of Bard. I know they're under a lot of pressure because they're late to the game. Save. Run. Do we get an error? We still got an error. Create Gmail create message is not a function. Fix this error. Okay, wow. All right, that's not what I expected at all, but what do I know? Save and run. Still got the same error, so it doesn't work out of the box. Now, we used this as our prompt. I'm going to pop this over to GPT. And I'm going to get a new one because I don't want it using any historical values. Now, something I do like is that GPT is aware that I'm asking for code and it gives me an option for copying that code, whereas Bard does not. Let's go back over here and name email. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to copy this code. Going to pop it over here, control, and now save. Run. Now there's no guarantee that's not going to, well, hey, we have no errors. And let's see, I'm going to force refresh on this. I don't have a button yet, but it's still loading. It looks like it's doing something, but I don't know what. So I'm going to be a little more specific in this. Create a button in the Google Sheets UI for the user to activate this function. Activate. Still no button and no way to know if it actually ran. We go to apps. And there doesn't appear to be. No. All right. So let's try one more time. Ready for Gmail. Create a mail merge for Gmail. Save the mail. Save the created email into the Gmail draft folder. That's going to make it a lot easier for me to track this. Save and submit. Sorry for the delay, but this is exactly what we do when we are trying to manipulate the machine. And we've got, we have a breakdown of the code. All right, so it looks like it works, or it's done. And Control A, Control V one more time. We save it. We run it. Review permissions. Okay, create UI button is not a function. So let's see if we get a new UI button. We do not. Tools, extensions, app script. Create button. Let's run it. Go back to the chat. Fix this error. Copy the code. Control V, save it. Run it. Okay, that's we've got. Ooh, send emails is there now. Send. Get folder by. Okay, so neither Google Bard nor Chat GPT were able to create a function to run a mail merge from Google Sheets, but Bard didn't even get close. It didn't even get close to what we wanted. If I run this again, if we run this again, Control C, Control A, Control V, save it, run it. Active sheet is not defined. Oh, that's funny. Dismiss, refresh. And Bard has lost the button. Bard did not load the button for the UI. It says it's working. Okay, let's give it a chance. And nothing. All right, let's just do a quick sanity check and see if there's anything in the draft folder. Draft, draft, draft. Drafts is empty. All right, so there it is. Clearly, ChatGPT came closer. Bard, not at all. Thanks for watching and happy computing.